8. A bill under this article is passed by Parliament if supported by a majority of the members of each house. Mr. Speaker, if this house can pass a bill, then, Mr. Speaker, this house also retains the right to refuse to pass or to fail the bill, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, you cannot tell us, because I have had some arguments from certain lawyers, and they are entitled to their opinion because this is a matter of interpretation. But I disagree with them. That, Mr. Speaker, if Parliament does not pass the bill, it is inconsequential because the will of the people is supreme, because this is about popular initiative and therefore the people will have the final say. But it was not the people who initiated the amendment of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, despite the fact that you collected 1 million signatures, 4 million, 5 million signatures, Mr. Speaker, does not mean it is the people who initiated the popular initiative. Few people in the form of BBI Secretariat, in the form of PBI handshake partners, proposed the amendment, but they want to seek for people's signatures to pass this amendment. If you make an argument that Parliament or Senate can have, passing or failing the bill is inconsequential, Mr. Speaker, then why don't you make the same argument that county assemblies, even if they fail to pass by 24 county assemblies, it's inconsequential? Because it doesn't make it more of the people when it's county assemblies and less of the people when the Senate and National Assembly, Mr. Speaker, refuse to pass the bill. What's my argument? My argument is that, Mr. Speaker, Parliament has a responsibility, and, Mr. Speaker, the failure of both houses of Parliament, Mr. Speaker, to pass the bill as the consequence of failing that bill and cannot proceed to referendum. And I will back my argument, Mr. Speaker, with Article 257, 257(9), which says, if Parliament passes the bill, it shall be submitted to the President for assent in accordance to Article 264A, 256, 4 and 5. Let me make this argument. Mr. Speaker, assuming we were not amending the protected sections of the Constitution, we were not amending devolution, we were not amending structure of Parliament, we were not amending any section touching on human rights or representation. They were just, the amendments that are not protected under 255. And Parliament fails to pass. Mr. Speaker, do you want to tell me that, Mr. Speaker, the President was going to sign it into law, even if Parliament did not pass it? Mr. Speaker, there must be consequences. If both houses of Parliament fail to pass the bill, there must be consequences. And I want to back my argument with Article 257, now 10. If either House of Parliament fails to pass the bill, or the bill relates to a matter specified in Article 255(1), the proposed amendment shall be submitted to the people referendum. My argument is that for the bill to go to referendum, both houses of Parliament, either both of houses of Parliament pass it, or at least one House of Parliament pass it. But if both houses of Parliament fails to pass, my interpretation of Article 257(10) means that the bill collapses. And people should not fear to refuse to collapse this bill, because we have already